Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I was going to show you what happened to my snowblower last year. I actually started the snowblower during a snowfall last year, and it was a cold day, and I guess the governor was just frozen, and it went at overspeed almost right away. And what happened is that the connecting rod split apart and it went out by the side of the crankcase. If you can see, there's a big hole right there. And so this year I wanted to get my snowblower ready again for next winter, so that's why I started rebuilding it. So I took the impeller apart. The impeller was actually pretty bent, so I had to make some magic and get all those pieces here straight again. So it was all bent, and it was actually going on the side of the drum here, so it wasn't turning right. But first I wanted to talk to you about this engine. This was a Tecumseh engine. It was only like 6.5 horsepower. Even though that snowblower originally had a 10 horsepower engine on it, I found out that with a 6.5 you could still run it, and it was actually running pretty good. Of course, if the snow is a bit wet, it doesn't show as far, of course, but still for most of the winter I had no problem using a 6.5 horsepower for that. And I spent 3 winters with this same engine here. And the only problem I had was that it wasn't a winterized engine, so it had a tendency of frozen. The carburetor was frozen during the winter on certain condition. So at that point I had no choice but using a heat gun, and I was just heating the carburetor, and it would run again fine for like maybe 25 minutes, half an hour. So that was long enough for me to do what I had to do, and without any problems. I want to point out that despite the fact that this engine blew up, I didn't clean any of these parts. And even though I spent like 3 winters with this, it's still rather pretty clean. And if you look inside the cylinder, it's been left outside for a little while, but there's no wear at all on this. Like, it looks like brand new, despite the fact there's a little bit of rust right now because I left it outside. And this thing was still like in brand new condition when it blew up. So I guess the only way to really wear those is if you want to get rid of it, just overspeed it, and you can guarantee you're gonna blow it up. And that's what I did. So I guess this governor here, it was just frozen solid when I started it, and it just went over speed. So that said, I'm just gonna put it aside. Now I repainted the inside of my snowblower here on the head. That's the first part that I wanna complete, and after that I'm gonna move on to the mechanical side of it, like the traction side of it. So to take it apart, it's pretty simple. Really, there's nothing complicated about it. So that's why I didn't want to make a video about it. You just remove that bearing. You know, there's a pulley. Remove that bearing. There's only 3 bolts on that. And after that, you take out those 3 bolts here. And the bolt that holds the end of the shaft. And the whole thing comes apart. And you have also to remove the bolt that sits right up here. So it takes the impeller right out of there, and of course I remove the auger. So the 2 augers are sitting right there. Now I'm not gonna bother. I didn't bother to remove the impeller from the shaft itself. There's no point to it. I just gonna, what I want to do is, because of that metal is getting a little bit fatigued, I guess, I'm just gonna re-weld a reinforcement bar like that on the side. So that should prevent it from bending again. And I want to make that to the same on the 4 impeller blade. And then after that, I'm just gonna repaint that a little bit, put it back on, and the head itself will be rebuilt. And then I will move on the next video. I will move on to the next part of it, the mechanical side of it. Now this is the engine that I purchased to replace my old one. It's got the same horsepower. It's a 208 cc, about 6.5 horsepower. That came from Princess Auto in Canada, and it was actually quite cheap. I only paid $199 for that, plus tax, and it was free shipping to my house. And we'll see how long this one will last. It's a little bit different in design, so this one is obviously a bit more winterized than the other one. This one's got a choke, and the other one was just a prime pump. So, but I believe this one will perform better in the winter than the other one, but we'll see. The other engine came also from Princess Auto, so it wasn't an expensive engine either, so that should be okay for a while anyway. So that's actually a 26-inch, and it was coming with a 10 horsepower originally. So that's pretty much all I had to say for today. And you know, as soon as I move on with this rebuild, I will make another video to show you the progress of it. But that's not much complicated about a snowblower anyway. It's pretty straightforward. And you know, I consider buying a new one this year, but the one you can find on your normal store, they're, you know, they seems pretty cheap. Like the shoe is made of plastic now. You don't find shoes that are heavy like that. It's just made of plastic. So I don't know, just by looking at it, it seems a little bit cheap. And they're worth like 800 and 900 and sometimes more to buy. So and I cannot say that I had any problem with this one. So I consider everything, the good and the bad side about buying one, and I decided just to buy a new engine for $200 and you know, get some work on that one, and that should work like a new one when I'm done anyway. So, and it's not gonna cost me a fortune to rebuild. So anyway, that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and if you like those videos, please don't hesitate to share and comment if you like. So thanks a lot.